the 5 minutes is always very, very inadequate for us to make any meaningful for us, so that at least we will be able to also make some meaningful contribution than always starting before you can make any major contribution, the time will be up. So we are pleading, and we are pleading through you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Vice Chairman of the Committee.
Mr. Speaker, first of all, on the issue of the post-budget workshop, it's going to be a non-residential, though it's happening at Alisa Hotel, but it's non-residential. So the idea is to close at a decent time, around 5 o'clock, so that members will be able to reach their homes on time. But it is non-residential. That's my understanding. On the issue of we will have to look at that with the clerk on putting in chieftaincy, maybe together with local government, because we have local government here. So chieftaincy will be together with local government, just as we will have employment and labor relations with public interest on the Tuesday. Mr. Speaker, I think I'm done, unless there's any other.
Yes, leadership, starting from the minority.
Speaker, with respect, my colleagues will come in, but I need to step out for another meeting, so they've obliged me. I would just raise 2 issues. Mr. Speaker, first, the honorable member for Honorable Oponkroma, Mr. Speaker, had raised this issue of government policies not being announced in Parliament, the initiatives that have been talked about. We had assurances from the honorable majority leader that steps are being taken to program the ministers to discuss these policy initiatives with Parliament. That has not been programmed yet, so I would want to crave the indulgence of the deputy leader to follow up on that. Second, Mr. Speaker, this disaster that occurred at Elwak, yes, the minister briefed us on the occurrence. However, interventions, measures to be taken are matters that, Mr. Speaker, are very important to this House. It is important for the minister to be programmed to share with us what steps the military high command is taking to prevent the reoccurrence of this matter. The respected minority chief whip in his statement calls for certain actions to be taken. Mr. Speaker, we shouldn't have Parliament as a mere talk shop. Our condolences to the bereaved families. But this is not one of the matters that we should just talk about and allow it to die. 6 young citizens losing their lives because they're looking for a job. It's very important. Some are still in the hospital, and Parliament must inquire into this. The minister must brief us. So, Mr. Speaker, it's very, very critical.
So, Minority Leader,
yes,
I recall that after the statement, Speaker gave some consequential directives to a committee responsible for defense and interior. And that is one tool that Parliament can use to inquire into matters of this nature.
Mr. Speaker, I was right here. Respectfully, yes. I agree with you.
Yes.
That is so. But, Mr. Speaker, I am talking about ministerial action.
Yeah, but you said Parliament must inquire.
Yes, I'm saying that.
After the directives has been given to the
Mr.
defense
Speaker,
and interior?
For want of a better word, sometimes we all make mistakes in language use. I would therefore yield to that. What I meant to say was that with Parliament giving that mandate to inquire, it is equally important for ministerial action to be taken for briefing. In any event, that ministerial action will perhaps serve as the primary data, the primary source of information to aid Parliament. So that is the reinforcement I wanted to seek, Mr. Speaker. You. Mr. Speaker, the other thing of concern for us as minority is this issue of bail conditions. Mr. Speaker, we know that...
Bail condition at where?
Mr. Speaker, lately, a lot of our compatriots, Mr. Speaker, they are being prosecuted, they go to court, they walk in themselves, they are issued with criminal summons, they go themselves, and when they go, very onerous bail conditions are imposed on them. Mr. Speaker, we are not in any way bringing this matter up to attempt interfering in judicial processes. No. We are raising it as a matter of national concern. The impression we give. And I would want to make a call on the leader of the House to program the learned Attorney General to apprise us on some of these matters. Mr. Speaker, if a bail is imposed mainly because of a charge sheet or the fact of the case, without the other party being heard, it's quite worrying. We are concerned, and we believe that if perhaps the Attorney General comes here to brief us why some of these onerous bail terms, we'll be able to interrogate the matter, because it's quite serious where a court grants bail and an accused will be in custody for several weeks. Mr. Speaker, it is quite worrying. My last point, Mr. Speaker, has to do with a question that has finally featured in the business report, business statement, item 1 IVA. Mr. Speaker, is long overdue. Each time it features, there is one excuse or the other. I would want to plead with the table office to ensure that proper transmission of this is received by the learned Attorney General. Because the question to ask the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, the basis for the administrative decision by Yoko to demand justification as a bail condition for suspects in recent times, particularly appointees of previous government, is of national concern. It's been since March, and each time the learned Attorney General is unable to appear. So I don't want it to just future without action. So table office, please, it is coming on the 18th.
Yes, you've been given a date for it.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to sleep on my rights. We get it programmed,
yes,
and each time there's one excuse or the other. It's the reason why I'm raising it for the first. I've never raised this.
Yes, but some excuses may be due to an act of God.
Mr. Speaker, it is possible.
Yes.
Or perhaps maybe the minister is having a press conference and is unable to come. That could also be another.
But that cannot be an act of God.
Could be also another reason. But Mr. Speaker, I think I will rest my case on this. The deputy majority leader says we should be boko, you know, so we will be. There's no problem today. We'll handle you gently, you know. So I'm done. I'm sure you are happy. Mr. Speaker,
yes. Any more from minority leadership? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the chairman of the Business Committee indicated that debates will commence on Tuesday. On the comments on the budget will commence on Tuesday. But just wanted to draw your attention that if you can try to make copies available of the budget so that members, hard copies, so that members will be able to have the copies of the budget so that it can enable us as we prepare to start the commentary on Tuesday. And also, I know that you have stated that under Order 159...
Honorable, I have an information for you. Every member has a copy of the budget in the pigeonhole already.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm guided. Mr. Speaker, the chairman indicated that under Order 159, bills may be presented, but the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender Q, the LGBTQ bill, has been in the banner for long. It's surfaced, and the last time Speaker gave some commentary on it. It has taken too long. When will we introduce the LBGT bill in Parliament? And then the other thing is that last week there was an issue that the minority leader drew the attention of the majority leader to the effect that the unfortunate to the fact that the unfortunate incident that happened on the 6th of August, the helicopter tragedy, Parliament haven't been officially briefed, even though the committee have submitted its report. So it was agreed that we should get the ministers responsible, either the defense minister or the interior minister, to brief us as a house with regards to this matter. Mr. Speaker, because when you listen to the budget yesterday, you realize that the government intends to buy 4 helicopters and 2 jets. The government intends to spend $1.2 billion. And if it is a response to what have happened, the tragedy of August...
Honorable Habib, kindly take note that at this point, we are considering the business statement, but we are not debating the budget. The appropriate time will be made available for you to debate the budget. For now, we are considering business statement.
Mr. Speaker, rightly so. Mr. Speaker, what I was saying is that last week it was agreed that the responsive ministers should be programmed to appear before the House to brief us on what happened. The committee that His Excellency the President set up submitted their report, but we haven't been briefed. And I was just making the point that if yesterday, in the minister responsible for finance presentation of the budget statement, there was an indication that they are going to buy 4 helicopters and 2 jets at a cost of $1.2 billion. If it is in response to the tragedy that happened, then we need to be briefed as a house. Mr. Speaker, I haven't gone into the details of the... Mr. Speaker, I haven't gone into the details of debating the budget or saying something. I'm just passing the point. But it is a fact that you want to buy 4 helicopters and 2 jets. I'm saying that it's public knowledge that you intend to buy 4 helicopters and 2 jets.
Honorable Deputy Minority Whip, please do the needful.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's just that some of the backbenchers do heckle a lot. You don't need to argue with me. You see, Mr. Speaker, I don't know why he's arguing. Whether you were here before or not, I'm a leader and I'm on the front bench, and you are there. So you should understand that. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the copies you indicated, normally the estimates, when we get to the consideration of normally the estimates delay. So business committee chair, if you can actually make that too as part of your work to make sure that estimate doesn't delay, because we might move more than 30 to 40 motions in this house. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, any other issue? I will come to the majority side, please. Please, I will come to the majority side and take your comment. Yes? Yes? Honorable Chief Whip, with all due respect, I'm now dealing with the leadership.
Mr. Speaker, let me thank the Deputy Leader for the presentation. I'll start off by making some observations on the number of questions that have been scheduled for the ensuing week. As well, I see 5 questions for the Attorney General, Fisheries and Agriculture 4. I think except roads and highways, all the other questions are under 10. I know for a fact, Mr. Speaker, that we have a backlog. We have a backlog. Sectors just as employment, land, education, tourism. There are a number of questions that that form part of the backlog. And Deputy Leader, you agree with me, there was an earlier position of 10-question rule, that 10 questions per day in an attempt to ensure that we dispense of the backlog as practically as possible. So I want to humbly suggest to you, yes, I'm aware we have budget debate, but we had also agreed that notwithstanding the debate, we will still take questions. After the debate, motions after motions, we are heading towards appropriation. It will be practically impossible to be able to take many of the 300 questions that are outstanding. So, Leader, I am part of the business committee. I want to suggest, let's make room so that we can at least respect the 10-question per day rule. And then let me also help you here and also suggest that because we'll be having the debate, we should also be looking at extended sitting, so that if the House adopts that we should have extended sitting, then we can have the 10 questions per day rule, and we can manage it, reduce the follow-ups, so that eventually we'll be able to do away with as many questions as possible. If you speak to many of our colleagues, there is a yawning worry on the number of questions that are still outstanding, and colleagues are quite worried about it. So, Deputy Leader, if you can take this in good stride. We see the attachment, over 200 referrals. That's quite historic. 200 referrals. And the last time, the position of the majority leader was that we should schedule these referrals and cause the committee leadership to come and speak to them. Well, it may be a good attempt, but if it is the case that you have scheduled the committee chair and the reports are not ready, it may be much ado about nothing. I want to humbly suggest that the leadership, both sides, we should probably be engaging these committee leaders. They may be having a genuine cause, because 290 referrals still outstanding cannot be ordinary. So we may be seeing this challenge from our point of view. We have to also appreciate how they see the challenge from their point of view. Then we can be attempting to meet each other midway in the resolution of the problem. We have given our word that will help your side to ensure smooth prosecution of government business. But typically, the committee cluster system, you know, itself is a challenge. It may have its benefits, but during the course of budget, especially when we start demanding the reports for the motions to be taken, it has always been a challenge. When we were on the other side, it was a challenge. So, Deputy Leader, let's find a way of engaging the clerk and the table office so that for the budget, we could compromise on the cluster system and rather adopt a system where we can